Hello, Denver. Mayor Michael Hancock here. It is Friday, September the 21st, the last Friday of the 2018 summer. It has gone by so fast, it's almost like a blur. But I want to tell you, I've enjoyed our interaction over the summer months. As the warm weather prepares to move on out and we get a little cooler weather for the fall. By the way, fall and spring are my favorite times of year. It should be a great fall for us all. But it also means it's time for the holiday season. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. It's a great time of year for all of us. But I want to say to everyone, I hope you had a great week. We're going to go straight to the mail. First of all, this is International Welcoming Week, and I hope you have noticed on the web building we have reposted our Denver Loves Immigrants signs. You can go or send us a hashtag Denver Welcomes to kind of let us know that you may have seen the sign, that you are all into welcoming people to our great city, all that good stuff. Take a picture in front of that banner. We'd love to see it and send it to or tag us, hashtag Denver Welcomes. We'd love to see you take a picture in front of that banner. We had people from all over the world take pictures in front of the last banner that hung in front of this building, City Hall. We'd love to have more of those with a new banner hanging up in front of the web building just across the street, across Colfax Avenue. So let's jump into some of this stuff already. This week it was a busy week, man. We had cities visiting Denver during Welcoming Week. We had the cities of Louisville, Kentucky, and Columbus, Georgia visit us. They stopped in. As cities, we take delegations to different cities. The city of Denver's headed to San Diego next week. 150 Denver business leaders, civic leaders, regular old citizens are going to be going out to San Diego, and we learn best practices from one another. And this week we hosted Louisville and Columbus to Denver. We do this to exchange best practices, but also to learn firsthand some of the things that we want to learn about. And they wanted to learn more about citizen engagement. They want to learn about how we're addressing mobility, how Denver became one of the most economically vibrant cities in the country, our unemployment rate, how we're addressing some of the challenges around housing, homelessness, things of that nature. And we exchanged some great ideas. We want to thank both of those great cities and their mayor, Skip Anderson from Columbus. He's the mayor-elect. And of course, Greg Fisher, a good friend from Louisville, Kentucky, joining us this week. So thank you. It was a great visit with both cities. I got a letter this week signed by two loyal Denverites asking about the safety of electric scooters being used along the 16th Street malls. The letter says, this past week I personally witnessed a young man almost colliding with an older woman as she came out of Walgreens. Please instigate legislation to ban these scooters from the mall before someone really gets hurt. We have the fortune of living through the advent of these motorized scooters on our streets. And as you may recall, just a couple months ago, we started collecting these scooters that just miraculously showed up on our streets until the operators sat down with our Public Works Department and began to work with us on how we can better regulate them. I will tell you this, the 16th Street Mall is a no-ride zone for electric scooters. And if we see them, our police along the mall should be immediately intervening, as well as our security along the mall should be immediately intervening. So we'll step up our game on that issue. We certainly don't want to see them on that pedestrian mall, as we think it certainly increases the possibility that there will be a collision. So Denver operator scooter permits are, by the way, revocable. So it's the operator's best interest that they educate their riders as best they can on this issue. Thank you for writing in on that one. It's a critical one. And these policies are evolving. I want you to know that we're going to keep working on it. Another question I received asked about the traffic lane recently removed from southbound Monaco just south of Hampton and replaced with an extra wide bike lane for the occasional biker. The author of the letter writes us, this lane, the lane that was just removed is heavily used by cars during Denver rush hour. The bike lane will add tremendous pressure on the one remaining lane, adding incredible stress to drivers who are used to this road. I want you to know that the Public Works Department did extensive analysis on this road before they instituted the bike lane. And it was determined that if they installed the bike lane, they decided that it could handle the traffic along this road. And so we don't just haphazardly do this. We actually do a lot of analysis goes into the decision on where we put bike lanes. And they felt comfortable and safe that that motorists would be safe, and two, that bicyclists would be safe along this road. It will take some learning, But as I've said time and time again, our city is changing, and our culture as an automobile-centric city is also shifting, and we have to be able and moving with that shift as well. People who are living in our city are demanding different options on how they move about this city, and bike lanes are one viable way to get people out of their cars and get them moving throughout our city. And we are striping, but we do it with a great deal of care and analysis. So please be patient and know that all of us are going to have to adjust to this culture in our city as we move to become more multimodal and less automobile-centric and more people-centric on our roads. Our roads have to do more, otherwise we're all going to be in a lot of trouble with regards to congestion. So thank you for writing in, and we will be monitoring the situation going forward. So that's all the time we have this week with regards to Friday Mail with the Mayor. But I want to ask you to, if you have questions or comments that you want us to respond to, you can send them to my office directly on Facebook at 5280 Mayor or on Twitter at Mayor Hancock. I want to also invite you to join me for our quarterly cabinet community. It's this Saturday, September the 22nd, that's tomorrow, at El Shaddai, located at 3301 West Alameda. It's a great time to get out and meet folks, to meet members of the cabinet, to interact with key folks in the administration, and have your questions, concerns, and thoughts heard. Folks, have a great weekend. Enjoy the last weekend of the summer. Thank you for joining us for this Friday Mail with the Mayor.